Hey YouTube, Philly J with Different Dimension Gaming, coming at you with my Swordsoul combo video. So usually what we do is we would shuffle up, do 2 test hands and then 1 perfect hand. But one of the things about this deck is that it's incredibly consistent. So what I want to do is show you 3 variable hands. One that's just the Swordsouls, one that's just the Tenyis, and then like one that's kind of a hybrid of both, and just to showcase how strong the deck can be with like any kind of hand. So we'll go like this, put this guy here, and for our first hand, we're gonna go Moye, Sacred Summit, Taya, Desires, and Ash. We're gonna actually shuffle up the deck here. And don't forget that we're really close to our 100 subscriber goal for our first giveaway. And I'm gonna show you what the giveaway is going to be for at the end of the video, so hang around for that. Or skip to the end if that's what you want to do. Whoops. More of those. We'll have a cut. Okay, so with this hand, we're going to normal summon Moye, activate effect, revealing Taya. Summon a token, synchro, into our copy of Shishao. Shishao effect, chainlink 1, Moye effect, chainlink 2. Draw off a Moye. Shishao is going to add Emergence, because deck thinning is deck winning, and we're going to search the searcher. Now we're going to Emergence, grab ourselves a copy of Long One, now get myself sorted here. We're going to activate Long One, discarding Taya, summoning it Long One and our token. We're going to synchro those 2 off into. Now you've got 2 choices here for going first. You've got 2 strong contender choices. You've got Barone and you've got the Long One level 10. So each one does something different, but either way we're going to use the main deck Long One to burn our opponent for 1200. So Barone gives you an Omni negate. Long One gives you a monster negate and a spell trap banish, and it will also let you draw an additional card. So because we're doing the Swordsoul combo, we're going to stick to just doing Swordsoul stuff. So we're going to summon Long One. We're going to burn for 12. Then we're going to Sacred Summit. We're going to bring back Taya. Then we're going to activate Taya's effect, banishing the Sacred Summit to summon a token. And then we're going to synchro summon into one of 2, again, 2 more options. You've got your Draco Berserker or your Baxia. And again, both do something different. But because we're going first, we're going to want the interruption, so we're going to use Draco Berserker. Now that we've synchro summoned a worm, we're going to use the effect of Long One. We're going to draw a card. Now, just to give us some additional follow-up, we're going to Pot of Desires. Because we searched, we're going to shuffle and cut. I should have done this before we drew our card, but no. Accepted game state. And now we're going to banish 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 cards off the top. Always look at what you banished, let you know what's left in your deck. So from this we know we've got 1 Moye left, no Tayas left, 2 Long Ones, and we've lost our Blackout and our Shathana. We're going to draw 1, 2 cards. Classic Desires, draw it off of itself. So now what we can do is we can set the imperm and we can pass turn, because we're left with technically 2 interruptions off of long one plus 2400 damage, a monster negate, a monster banish, and a monster negate. And because we're in a fairly monster heavy meta, as we usually are in this game, we're pretty well set up for our follow-up, because we've also got the Ash Blossom. So that's a Swordsoul hand. Now for our Tenyi hand, we're going to start with a Heavenly Dragon Circle, Chthana, Adhara, and Ashuna, and then I'm going to shuffle up and just draw a card for our 5th card. Because the Tenyi is the weaker half of this deck, but it's also a really good way to get your opponent to activate Nibiru before you normal summon. Alright, give this one more, and we'll give it a cut, and we'll draw a card. Taya. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to activate Ashuna's effect in hand to special summon itself. And then we're going to link it off into Monk of the Tenyi. And then we're going to special summon Adhara because we control no effect monsters. Now we're going to activate Ashuna. We're going to banish it. And after we activate Ashuna, we're going to be locked into worms for the rest of the turn. We're going to summon from our deck, because we can't summon Ashuna, we're going to summon Vishuddha. Remember, all the Tenyis get effects in the grave if we control a non-effect monster, which is why you want to keep the monk on the field. So summon out Vishuddha, and now we can synchro summon these two into either a copy of Shishao or a copy of our Draco Berserker. And because we're going to get more extension, we're going to go for the Shishao, which will allow us a search. And we're going to add the Emergence. And then Emergence is going to grab us our long one. Now, it's important to know here that we're going to use our long one to pitch the Chthana and not the Taya. We're going to activate long one. We're going to get the Chthana in grave to summon long one and our token. And we're going to synchro those two into our copy of long one. Long one effect to burn for 1200. And now we can normal summon Taya. Taya's effect, we can banish a worm or a Swordsoul card, and because all of these give us extra effects on our opponent's turn, we're going to banish the Emergence to summon our token. We're going to synchro summon those two into our Draco Berserker once again. And now, because we synchro summoned a worm, we can activate our Sinister Sovereign, and we can play by the rules. We're going to shuffle up, give it a cut. We're going to draw a card. Okay, now you've got follow-up and an extender, which you can set, make your opponent think it's an imperm or something, and you end on that. And then you've also got 1, 2, 3 extenders in your graveyard, including a Monster Reborn. You've got 1, 2, 3 interruptions on your opponent's board, plus a monster replacement. So that's the second hand. So for our perfect hand, we're going to start with Ashuna, Moye, Emergence, either Blackout or Sacred Summit, because we're going to search the one that we don't open, and then any hand trap. So we're going to start with summoning Ashuna. We're going to link it into our monk. Then we're going to activate Emergence to search our copy of Long One. Then we're going to normal summon the Moye, revealing the Long One in our hand to summon a token. I'm going to synchro those two into Shishao. And again, you want to go Shishao 1, Moye 2 because you want the search and you're okay with not getting the draw. We're going to draw and then we're going to search. Then we can activate the long one in our hand, discarding the Taya to summon itself and a token. And realistically here, you can summon any of your 4 level 10s, but given that we're going for a more dominant board state, we're going to want to go for our Sinister long one, which will activate the main deck long one to burn for 12. And then we can go Sacred Summit. We're going to summon back Taya. Now we're going to activate Taya's effect. We're going to banish the Sacred Summit to summon a token. And here you can choose to activate the Sacred Summit depending if you want to go into your Yazi or your Draco Berserker. So if you've seen Draco Berserker twice, we're going to go into Yazi. We're going to use the Sacred Summit's effect to lower the level of our Swordsoul token by 1, making it a level 3. Synchro into Yazi, which will trigger our long one on field. We're going to draw 1 card. Now we're going to activate our desires. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Have a look at what you always want to know what you banish because you want to know what you might be drawing. So for sure we're not drawing a long one because there's 2 that are banished. There's another Pot of Desires that's banished. I got our Shuna. We've got, I think, both of our Nibirus and 2 out of 3 of our Ecclesias and our 1 Chthona. So our odds of drawing a hand trap are slim. Our odds of drawing a Swordsoul are slimmer, and our odds of drawing a Tenyi are about 50-50. I'm going to draw 1, we're going to draw 2. Now, so what we've got on the field, we've got Monster Negate, we've got a Spell Trap Banish and a Monster Negate, and we've got a Replace Itself and an Interruption. But if you want to take it one step further, you can banish the Ashuna from your graveyard to summon this copy of Adhara. And if you really, really want to now, you can go into your 8, but you don't need to. Because what we're going to do is we're going to link these 2 into our Shaman. And then we're going to activate the Shaman. We're going to get rid of one of these cards in our hand. We're going to get rid of the Called by the Grave. And we're going to summon back our Monk of the Tenyi. Now we can activate the Adhara in our graveyard to put the Ashuna back in our hand. Then we can set the Blackout, we can set the Imperm. We've got the Ash Blossom and 1 more piece of Interruption. So we've got a Monster Negate, a Battle Phase Pop, another Monster Negate, a Spell Trap Banish, a Replacement, or again, you could just have the Draco Berserker there instead. It's 100% up to you. I just wanted to show off one of the Yang Zings that we play. You've got the 2 interruptions that you can use because you contribute the Monk for them, or you contribute the Shaman. You got the Imperm and the Ash. So you're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, kind of 5, 6, 7, 8 interruptions on your opponent's turn. Plus the Ashuna for follow-up. So if you open crazy like we did, and maybe you decide to go for the Draco Berserker instead, which is totally fine. It gives you guaranteed 8 interruptions if you get no hand traps used against you. That's pretty much how the combos go. But some of you will be here for the giveaway, and that's fine. When we hit 100 subscribers, the next video that we put out will be how to enter the giveaway. And the card we're going to be giving away is a quarter-century rare Predaplant Dragocepelia. So what we're going to do is when we hit 100 subscribers, I'll make a post on all the socials. I'll tell you how to enter in the next video when we hit 100, and you can enter from there. But I thought I would at least announce what you're going to be trying to get right now. So from my personal collection, from my favorite deck, 1 Predaplant Dragocepelia in a giveaway coming to a YouTube video near you. Till then, make sure to like and subscribe. Keep an eye out, and we'll see you next time.